Hello YouTube, Hydratech here, and welcome to my first video. Today I will be making a $650 budget list for a gaming computer. So yeah, let's get started. Right here we have the MSI 970 motherboard. It has a socket for AM3 Plus, so it'll hold most modern CPUs now, and you can fit in 4 RAM, RAM cartridges for up to 32 gigabytes, which, unless you're going to do some extreme video editing, I don't think you're going to need more than like 16. I also didn't go with, it was a hard choice, but I also didn't go with this one down here because it only has 3 PCI slots, and I think it only had something like 2 USB 3.0 slots. So yeah, let's get on to the next item. Right here we have Fury RAM. It's 8 gigabytes because I don't want to go over the price. I think I've heard that this RAM is very good, and I would probably actually use it for a normal $1,000, $2,000 build, and it comes in white, red, blue, and black. So you have a nice option to kind of match your PC build and stuff like that. So yeah, let's move on to the next item. Right here we have the Zenty X Plus power supply. Now, I was browsing through Amazon preparing for this video and looking for a power supply, and I saw this one, and I was actually surprised when I saw that the 725 watt power supply was only $45. So, and I was looking through the reviews, and most of them are actually very good. So, I mean, it comes with all the cables, so I guess it's a real power supply. So, yeah. Let's move on to the next item. Right here we have the AMD FX 6300 6-core processor. So right here we have it's 3.5 gigahertz at base, and when you overclock it, it's 4.1 gigahertz. I probably wouldn't recommend doing that all the way up there. 6 to 8 megabytes of cache, which is pretty good. And it's an AM3 Plus, which, I mean, most modern CPUs are. You can upgrade to an 8-core, but it'll be like 700 something, so I would not recommend doing it, unless you want to spend the extra money. Right here we have the MSI R7 370 gaming video card. So, I was actually also surprised when I saw a 4 gigabyte graphics card for as much as a nice NVIDIA 2 gigabyte one. So, yeah, now another thing, people generally, when they see something made in graphics card made by AMD, well, the chipset, or something even in it made by AMD, they are programmed to say, well, it's going to be loud. Just calm down, okay? It has great reviews. It's a nice graphics card, okay? And unless you want to go with a NVIDIA for 2 gigabytes of VRAM, you're not going to get, the graphics aren't going to be as good. Honestly, if you could put up with a little extra noise, I would recommend getting this one. So let's move on to the next item. Right here I have a Western Digital 1 terabyte hard drive. Now, there's nothing really to say about this except it's a hard drive. You can downgrade to 500 gigabytes if you don't want to spend this, or 2 terabytes, 3 terabytes, 4 terabytes, and so on and so forth. So, and I know Western Digital is just one of the most reliable. And you can, if you want to, you can go with an SSD. It's faster. Just really depends what you're looking for. So, yeah. Right here is our case. Now, the thing I chose about these cases, because you guys, if you want to, or if you're actually going to use this, you could actually match your internal parts with the case. So you can get red, a silver blue, a black and blue, a green and black, or a pink if, well, you're into that. So, yeah, I've heard they have good reviews. I think it's about 4 stars, 4.2 out of 5 stars, and they, look like a pretty nice, case. So, yeah. Right here we have the Coolmaster Hyper 212 Evo. Now, this is a nice CPU cooler. Honestly, I would get it just for this build. It's a nice cooler. I mean, there's nothing else to really say about that. It'll cool your CPU. So yeah, let's move on to the last and final item, is just some thermal paste for your computer. It's 3.5 grams, just like $7. Not too much. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to like and subscribe. Yeah, and as I will link all the products in the description below. Bye.